Let's fucking go. You are listening to the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up. I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand.
Good morning, it is Wednesday. Hump day. No, it's Friday. Why did I say it was Wednesday?
It's all right.
That was so fucked up, man.
It's all right.
It is
from
Friday.
the top?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's just, well, the wedding, dude.
Yeah, it's all good.
Like, I'm doing stuff that maybe, it's not that Dawn wouldn't do it, but she's been busy too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just stuff I wanted to take care of. And so, like, I'm doing stuff that I don't know, that either you usually do it together or the woman just takes care of it. You know what I mean? Because it's her day.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you know, we've both been married before, so it's not new. So like
However it gets done.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I get it.
because I did stupidly like wait till the last, you know, being 2-3 weeks away to finalize the details, you know, where we were going to eat, you know, deciding to change it from doing it outside. Well, we'll be outside, but we're not going to be outside on a mountain in 110-degree heat. We're going to be in the backyard. It's going to look great. And then just, you know, different things coming together. I worked on the menu. Wait till you see the menu.
I'm ready for that.
It's a pretty sweet fucking menu.
Oh, so you already have the meals already planned out for the restaurant, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you'll get to pick.
Yeah.
You know, so we have like 2 appetizers. We have a shrimp appetizer and then a Chop House meatball that's really good.
Nice.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Chop House is like a steakhouse. It's a steakhouse, but it's just a big meatball in sauce.
A big meatball.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a staple back in the Midwest.
That's good. Yeah. And then for you get either wedge salad, Caesar salad, or you can choose. We added this French onion soup.
Oh,
They
nice.
have really
Solid.
good French
That's
onion
solid.
soup, so we added that. And then for the meals, there's a 10-ounce filet.
Damn. I'm fucking with it already.
All right, 10-ounce filet, and then I think there's salmon, and then chicken, and then something else. There's like 4 different meat options that you can do. And then the sides, we did mashed, we did au gratin, like,
Mm-hmm.
and then we did the sauteed corn.
Okay.
So like if you don't like sauteed corn, like seriously,
Grow up.
yeah, it's really good. And then desserts, we added a dessert, but there's creme brulee, there's the butter cake, which they're famous for, and then there's the apple crumble, which is big and ice cream, and it's phenomenal. That's our favorite. And they started out putting only 1 scoop of ice cream on it. Now I think they put 2 for everybody because of
Hell
us.
yeah.
And we actually have them put a 3rd because you got to have ice cream and apple crumble in every bite.
Yep.
Okay, that's how it has to be
A
done.
man of experience.
And then, you know, I don't even know. A lot of our friends don't drink, but open bar, you know, drinks, beer, your pussy ultras, whatever. I'm just messing around. But this is the Outlaw wedding. And we're ready to go. for all that. So it's been pretty exciting, just getting all that done. But then I bought an outfit for my sister, like everything. When my sister gets here, she's gonna just shit. 'Cause, yeah, they come out.
Never heard that.
Yeah. She's gonna shit.
She's gonna shit.
She's gonna shit because I've taken care of everything. I bought her a dress that she's seen the dress and think it's a Calvin Klein dress.
Mm-hmm.
I bought her shoes to go with it. They look fantastic together. I even bought her a little jewelry to go with it, new purse and wallet. Now it's Coach. I used to buy a lot of Coach. Coach is still cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's my sister. She's not my wife. She ain't getting Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's limits to
I love her,
everything.
but she
You
gets
can only
the
go so
Coach.
far for the.
But it's pretty good. But I'm having it all wrapped too. I didn't have to do. I'm having it all wrapped, so she has to open it up.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why I said
all
so.
right.
Because I always say at our house, it's
always
like
Christmas.
it's always Christmas at our house. And then the deliveries every day have just been stupid. Like
So the Amazon guy knows you're on a
they're
first
coming to
first
the
name
house
basis.
3-4 times a day right now.
Damn.
Yeah. Everything. So that's been pretty crazy. So when I was originally, she said she would come, and we were trying to work out what days she was going to come. She was going to come on Friday and leave Monday. And I'm like, look, Rhonda, come Thursday. Come another day before so we can do some things, spend some time together. Dawn's kids are coming in on Friday. Why don't you come Thursday? Well, she did that, but then she put for her flight to go home on Sunday instead of Monday, which defeated the whole purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The idea was getting an extra day, not moving the days like that.
Yeah.
Because she said, look, I thought you guys would, want time, be together. I'm like, we're together every day.
Yeah.
All the time. There's no couple that's together more than Dawn and I are together. None. That's not a thing that's out there. And I would challenge anybody on that. We're always together. Unless, like, she's getting Botox or, her nails or her lashes or her...
that stuff.
Yeah. All of that stuff.
Plus, you're going to be in Hawaii together for
7 days.
So, it's a lot of time.
7 days. We're going to, yeah, we're not going to be alone in Hawaii. That's not going to be a thing. So she had kept asking me. Well, and part of it was I said to her, because she runs a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I had often said I started this restaurant when I was 20 years old. Just turned out not to be my thing. My parents took it over, and then my sister took it over from my parents. She still does it today. And it's a lot of work. The restaurant's a lot of work. That just people don't realize.
Yeah.
Restaurant owners put in some hours, and she needs a break. So that's why this was all good. And I said, look, we're old. She's about a year and a half younger than me. I said, look, when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to be like, I wish I had one more day at the restaurant,
Yeah, definitely
and
not.
then staying and spending time with family. That's just more meaningful now. So,
Yeah.
Look, that's why I had set that up. But then she shortened that day. And then, like, for the last week, she keeps asking, what can I do for you guys? What can I do for you guys? And I finally said, you could change your fucking date that you're going home from Sunday to Monday.
Yeah.
That's what you can do.
Not such a turnaround.
And I just got the message this morning. She changed her flight
Nice.
going home. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I don't think she realized how nice that's going to be to not have to, the very next day get your shit together and go. At
Yeah.
least you have one day to kind of just chill, relax. whatever the hell you want to do, to be honest.
Yeah, whatever we want to do. So it'll be good. So it's all set. Took some work, but then again, I'm a pretty good salesman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I got a sales pitch, and it worked. So that stuff is all. And we're going Saturday to Hobby Lobby to pick out stuff that we're going to add to the backyard.
Nice.
So it's going to be, it's come together, but it's been a lot. So yeah, I don't know my days.
That's fine.
Right now.
It's totally fine.
Yeah. Totally blue hump day. And it's Friday. So, but it's good. It's good that it's Friday. Every day is Friday. Every day
is
Monday.
Friday for you. That's why it's like, fuck it. Why does an extra day matter?
It does not, for sure. So last night, we've been having these storms here. Monsoon season. When the fuck does monsoon season end? I thought we were close.
September. I want to say the first week of September. I want to say.
Yeah, so it's been pretty crazy with some rain and some pretty high winds, taking some trees down. I saw the other night when about 2 nights ago when we were on our way home, there were some trees down on rigs.
September 30th is the official.
It's the official
day. It runs through June 15th through September 30th.
Well, we're hoping that just no damage and we just get through it. That's our worst.
Did you actually
weather
know
of the year.
That the two days ago that was a record-breaking haboob in Arizona?
Was it really?
Yeah, I did see that actually. Like the most dust, I guess. I don't know how they measure that, but they said it's like the most dust.
I believe them.
Watching videos of that was nuts.
It was a lot of dust.
Right? I'm assuming you guys didn't get a chance to drive into it. But
yeah.
It was annoying.
No, we did.
Did you as well?
Yeah, we were at the casino. So we drove home in it.
It was rough. Mm-hmm. Were you driving the Corvette?
Uh-huh.
That's rough. There's so much shit going on the streets.
That does suck.
It did. It sucked.
Those winds were whipping.
And so last night, I heard this hum, and I couldn't figure it out, and we could hear it from a certain area of the house louder, but when we went outside, it was gone. It was just weird.
Yeah.
And then we got this alert last night, and I thought this alert was like for weather. I thought it was a weather alert. And then I looked at my phone and I read it. I was like, holy shit. Let's pull it up here. Yeah. So I see this and I just bust out. Public safety alert. And it's a county right next to us. Pima County Sheriff's Department seeks Alex James Barnett, wanted for homicide. This has never happened to me in 4 years that I've been here to see an alert where they're looking for a killer.
First time?
First time.
What movie is that?
Yeah.
Barnett is bald with distinctive arm tattoos and is considered armed and dangerous. Last seen wearing a red shirt and black leather vest, riding a maroon 2020 Harley. Mine is a 2020. It's just not maroon. And then they have the Arizona plate. Do not approach. Call 911. And all I could think of when I seen that was, I'm glad I wasn't out riding my motorcycle last night.
Yeah,
I'd have got pulled the fuck over for sure and been surrounded.
For real.
Until I gave him my
your ID.
My ID.
Your mandatory ID.
Yeah, I was about even.
We're sorry,
even
Mr.
then,
Neff.
you may not even.
Dude.
Like, I don't know. This guy looks a little suspiciously close to what we described.
Yeah, you sure? You sure it was a maroon bike? We got this other guy.
It's like, it's a little dark out here. I don't know.
Fuck me. That was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking. So what did he just like is just wanted for homicide? That's all it says. It doesn't say like anything else. Okay. I
Just
didn't
want
know
it for
if
homicide. We don't.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, because the
Uh-huh.
Florence prison is right down the street, and that was like a really common thing. Is that a lot of prisoners would get out, and then they'd send you a nice little alert saying, "Hey, look out,
motherfuckers are free. Lock your doors.
Right?
Tell me why that was my first instinct. Was let me just make sure the doors are locked, just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, your second instinct should have been to text me.
Yeah.
Hey, dude,
Sure.
you okay?
You good?
You good?
Are you at
Yeah.
home?
Are you? I
Stay
honestly
there.
should have been my first thing.
Stay the fuck at home.
Dude.
The casino can wait tomorrow night.
Yes. Casino can wait. That's so funny.
Yeah, I didn't know if they mentioned the bike, because that's what I was curious about, is if he if it was involved in the crime, but apparently he's just fleeing, obviously. But yeah, man, that's fucking nuts. I haven't gotten one like that either.
Is that the dude?
Oh wow.
Wow. One of 3 suspects in fatal shooting of TPD recruit. Damn. That's fucking horrible, actually.
Well, it's really bad.
Yeah.
You a cop, even though it's a recruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not making it to jail.
You're going to jail for a long time.
If he-
Oh, him and his wife. He killed the police recruit and his fiance.
Wow.
well,
Yeah, he should have just put a bullet in his own head after
Yeah,
that,
so
honestly.
I don't know if he's gonna make it to prison. They're gonna find his ass, and then they're gonna throw him out off a fucking bridge or something.
Well, and especially if they don't really have any, do they have any details on the 2 other people they're looking for? So if they don't have details on the 2 other people, those people could kill him
Yeah.
so that they're not implicated.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that guy's going to be seeing so much time, he's ratting them out,
Oh,
right?
they do
sure.
have photos of them. They just haven't identified them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get away with shit these days. Like it's not even worth it. Like you got to be like on the inside to even have a chance at getting away with something like that.
Yeah.
Or just join the CIA and smuggle $40 million in gold bars or whatever it was that one story we covered. That's also an option.
Yeah, that's fucked up shit. So you're listening to the Outlaw Apostle Podcast, and I'm Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy. Our other fucking guys at the controls. We have Leo this morning. Leo, good morning.
Good morning, Troy.
And one is going to be leaving us here. He's headed to a wedding back in Ohio. Mikey G. Good morning to you, Mikey.
Good morning to you as well. My next 3 days are going to be a whirlwind for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally a whirlwind. These monsoons.
Well, enjoy your time back there.
Do my best.
Usually what happens is you realize while you're there why you left.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny enough. That's exactly what he was talking to me yesterday. We were chilling, just talking in the kitchen. He's like, "Yeah, every time I manage to go visit over there, I always I always remember why I want to go back."
Yeah, it's like 3 days max before I'm wanting to be back home. And yeah.
This is home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I've never felt at home more anywhere than
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, carved out
This was a
a little space for yourself. That's kind of how I feel. It's like
Yeah.
it's my own space. You know, it wasn't already there for me. So like, when I think of home, I think of being here now. That's just how it is.
Yeah. And that's great because it gives you a chance to make it whatever you want it to be.
That's the best
That's
part.
the other thing.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
opportunity for me.
Yeah, for sure. So be safe and all that. And we'll miss you too. So
Appreciate it. I miss you guys as well.
yeah, for sure, man. So let's start out with the WNBA. We had a pretty good game last night, competitive wise, between Dallas and the Fever. The Fever started out doing very well in the first quarter. They had a slight lead, but it was going back and forth. You knew the whole game was going to be tough. Some bad news is Aziz Fudd is not going to be back this season.
Oh damn.
She's been out, and she was also one being mentioned for Rookie of the Year.
Mhm.
I still think Olivia Miles is gonna get it, but Aziz Fudd would be in your top 3 with her performance that she had this rookie season for her. But she's having arthroscopic surgery on her knee. I would have thought maybe she could be back by playoffs. I don't know the injury, but like things are so different now with, knees
Yeah.
when you take care of it,
Yeah. For sure.
and get it done and trained. So she's done, but other players stepped up, and it was just a solid game back and forth. And the Fever just cooled off, made too many mistakes. Both teams were doing that, but Dallas made just a few less. Fever are still, it didn't affect their place in the standings right now. And they had I think a 5-game winning streak. And then I think the Wings, who had been doing really well, were like 2-5 in their last 7 games.
A little bit of a snide.
So they really kind of needed this, but it was fun to see throughout the game at different times. Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark face each other one-on-one.
Yeah.
On offense and defense, and Caitlin guarded her sometimes too. And neither one had a great game. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
They had a couple of moments, but they just didn't get it done. What was good for the Fever, not for the win-loss column, but congratulations to Kelsey Mitchell, who now is the record holder for the most number of consecutive games ever in the WNBA of 20 points or more. And she doesn't look like she's done.
Yeah.
She has just been on fire. Caitlin's been feeding her a lot as well. It opens it up. They play super well together. They're really a great pair. So
Does she start?
Kelsey Mitchell? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an all-star.
Okay. That's what I figured, but
she's good. She's really good. Yeah, it was disappointing that they lost, but it wasn't surprised. Sometimes it was a case of one team needed it a little bit more and played like they needed it a little bit more, and that was the difference in the ball game right there. There was a little scuffle between Paige and CC. There's clips going around. There was a foul made, and the way she grabbed Caitlin's arms when she was guarding her, it was just really weird. It was odd.
Yeah.
But it was clearly a foul. You just, I can't, if you're dribbling ball, I can't just grab and hold on to your fucking arm.
Defense
I'm not
should be
talking
easier.
hitting your arm or, fouling you in that way, bumping you, hitting you. I'm talking about like literally grabbing the arm and hanging on. It's like, what the fuck is that?
I believe they call that a takedown.
It was close to a takedown, man. It was close to a takedown. Caitlin didn't like it at all.
Well, fellas.
And then Paige Beckers did the worst thing, and you can go, did the worst thing. All right.
You're not dismissed yet.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Said she went to Caitlin, calm down.
Oh, she gave her
You never tell a woman to calm down.
That is facts, actually.
You don't do that.
you would
If
think they
anybody
know.
should know, she should know. Does she tell her girlfriend to calm the fuck down?
That was probably your opportunity to blow off some steam right
Yeah,
there.
maybe. So, all right. He's out of here.
Yes, sir.
Have a good trip.
Appreciate it. I will.
All right. God bless,
I'll
man.
see you boys when I get
Yep.
back.
And there we go. Mikey Gantz off to Ohio. Yeah, make sure you tell me, everything about the weather when you get back so I can remind myself why I'm not there either. All right. All good. We've done this a long time, so I can't hear you.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
forgot.
there you
I think that's the first time we've ever had someone leave mid-show.
Yeah.
Added to the historical times on the Tolap channel.
Yeah, everything happens here eventually, for sure. Yeah, let people see you. That's good. All right. So yeah, It was a great game. We're going to finish out our season seeing the Phoenix Mercury. There are a couple games we're not going to be able to get to. I did sell one of the pair of tickets. So I think there's one more I have to get rid of. So we'll see about that. But yeah.
For the WNBA?
Yeah. It's just, we're gonna be in Hawaii, so but yeah, I got the football tickets for you, so you can go have fun, see Dallas play the Arizona Cardinals here in the preseason game. And we're not signed up. We did not renew. This is ridiculous, dude. So I got a message from the Phoenix Mercury that finally acknowledged that I didn't renew my tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And the message was really lame and basically said that, like, I should, reconsider and call my rep. Well, how about my rep never called me once throughout the fucking year? And why shouldn't the rep call me? Why shouldn't he be the one to fucking reach out? I made it. That's just smart business to have your reps reaching out. And so I replied that to him, and I told him, you guys suck at this. Really, the rep should have reached out to me, and it's just how you guys do this. I said if it was me, I would fire you guys. I'd fire you. And I would also fire the sales manager and just hire new. This is not, you just suck
practice.
at sales, man. That's just terrible. And when there's all the controversy going on with the WNBA, you should be even more on top of it with people, right?
Like you should
getting
act
feedback
as if they
from
had,
them.
shows.
Is the reason you're does the recent controversies have anything to do with it? And it's a number of different things. It's the way we were treated, last year, being asked to leave a game because of the coach, because I simply said, challenge the call. Two of our friends that, new friends that we met there that we like, they husband and wife, they got asked to leave because the husband was saying, call a timeout. There's no swearing or anything, there's no behavior and just like we saw recently, this past week, there were people escorted out of a game because they had the XXXY t-shirts on.
Okay.
And they made them turn them around.
And just still wearing them, but inside out.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Or they could leave, And it was acknowledged, the Atlanta Dream acknowledged that was wrong. It should have never happened. But that's the shit. Somebody's got to tell them. Are these security people just going rogue and they're doing it on their own?
No.
Or is somebody, saying, watch out? Because it's okay to wear a Trans Kids Matter shirt or whatever about trans. That's okay. That's a political statement,
Nowadays,
It is now,
yeah.
Right? So it's no different than me wearing, So I've worn my MAGA hat to these games several times. Could I now? You going to ask me to leave now? And even though it's like Cancer Day on Saturday,
they're celebrating cancer.
Well, we're not. Yes,
cancer awareness.
Cancer awareness.
Yeah.
Yes. And the pink, so it's going to be pink. But Dawn and I, first I thought, well, what if I have a grunt style T-shirt that says "fuck cancer," but the couple letters missing, would
so like censor
I've had,
quote unquote.
Yeah, they've not liked my shirt where it says I'm the fucking guy before, and I had a little battle over that last year. where they wanted me to do the same thing, turn it inside out. And then, I turned it around, talked to people, and it was fine. But would that shirt not be acceptable, or would it be acceptable because I'm talking about cancer?
I'm sure it'd be acceptable.
I'm sure it would be acceptable.
They'll give you a little bit more of
give
like
me
a
little
lenience.
grace there, wouldn't they? That's what I was thinking. But Dawn and I both recently bought Sophie Cunningham T-shirts.
Okay.
So we're going to wear our Sophie Cunningham T-shirts. And that's our political statement. We support Sophie. So
I'm sure
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
some
you'll find
people will
someone,
love that.
and I'm sure you'll find someone that won't like it.
Well, I'm hoping to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's what we're wearing on Saturday. It's our Sophie Cunningham shirts, even though they're not playing the Fever. Doesn't matter.
I feel like that's the reason why you'll probably get someone that has some sort of comment just because they're like, "How are you supporting a different team in Arizona?"
Yep. And I think it's kind of crazy that liberals want you to believe that they are people who support, and they did used to support free speech. There was a time when Democrats supported free speech, but that time is no longer. The only free speech they support is their own. They're all for shutting everybody else's free speech down. And if on the other side, if Republicans want to shut somebody down, I'm not for that either. I'm just not for. Let the market decide. If somebody is worthy of continuing to be paid $10, $15, $20 million a year to entertain people at 11 o'clock at night, right? Your night hosts. I'm not for censoring people's speech. And it's okay to not like it, and it's okay to not watch it. I mean, I watched Carson. I watched David Letterman. But I can't tell you when the last time over the last 15 years I've watched any of the current late night hosts. And it was a big thing when I was younger. That was the thing. That was the thing. Yeah. And I don't watch any of these hosts.
No, me either.
So,
they're not
that funny.
They're not that funny nowadays. Yeah,
not really.
No, I think it's definitely, like you said, it's turned more into like a political show than anything else. They cover, or at least that's what it seems. I don't watch them either.
No, you're right.
But the clips from what I see, it seems like it's turned into more of a political kind of like advertisement, basically. At the end of the day, like when they decide they want to talk about something political, it's pretty much all they do nowadays.
Yeah, and when Carson did it, if he was talking about the president or somebody, he made a good joke. Mm-hmm. But everybody was fair game.
Yeah.
There's nobody
special treatment to
there
anyone.
Was no special treatment. It was fair game, and it was funny. And even if it was your guy, it was done in such a way that you still laughed. And there are some guys, Shane Gillis. When Shane Gillis talks about Donald Trump, I laugh.
I mean, he's one of the people that does like the impersonation like super well.
And it's funny. Why would you? Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all that he does that.
No,
like,
especially because he does it so well too. Like he it's always hilarious to me. It's always funny as well.
It is absolutely that way. So I'm not against anybody. Like I get a lot of comments because of our clips and things, and. It's real simple. You don't have to watch the podcast. Nobody's forcing you to watch the podcast. Nobody is forcing you to listen to the clips that we produce and content that we send out. You can skip it. You can just scroll by. But like a suggestion that I shouldn't be able to do this? No, why?
I think it's more of like
Free
a
speech.
jealousy kind of thing. Like this is something they wish they could be doing. So
Oh, yeah.
that's why they're gonna turn around and be like, oh.
And if
wow.
they really knew what it was really, really like, they really wouldn't last, man.
a majority of those people, almost like you said. I mean, we've gone over it multiple times. Like
Yeah.
within like 3 episodes, they'd be done.
Dude, we take every episode as it is and just started doing it, started working through it, trying to get better, but we never thought about 2 years out. We just started stacking shows and focusing on that. Because if I'd have seen, well, this is all the farther you're going to be after 2 years, it probably would have been harder to do, But we didn't allow ourselves to be discouraged. We're just going to keep doing this. We know how long shit takes in the real world when you are not already a celebrity or star or something like that. That helps, of course, at least with an initial audience. And just put stuff out there that people want to, know that they're not alone. That's what you get with me. You're not alone. And somebody else is articulating things that you think as well. And things that are common sense. And yeah, we're out here because they make the left wants you to feel like you're the only idiot. Join the rest. Like you're just so stupid. And why don't you change sides? One of the Krasantine brothers, I don't remember which one, posted on X yesterday that somebody came up to him at a Circle K and was a Trump voter and told him that like they regret their vote and they're sorry. No, that didn't happen.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they recognized him or something, but they were just ass kissing. They either the person was lying to him or he was lying about it happening.
Yeah.
Because that's not a thing. Because no matter how upset, I've repeated this, how upset we may be on different issues of where we're at with Trump, not a single fucking one of us wishes we had voted for Kamala Harris instead. We just don't. It's her. We if there was somebody else, maybe you would say that, but her, no, we do not wish that at all. And we'll grind through this because of that. And we did get some things that we wanted. We haven't gotten everything. We just, most of our gripes are that we just want more. We want more accountability. We want more of the mass deportation. And we want to win a fucking war, for God's sake. These new economic sanctions that they're putting on Iran. That's the kind of stuff you do usually before you actually fight and drop some bombs. That's usually the stuff that happens first.
It's like the flirting, the little bit of the foreplay before the actual action happens.
Mm-hmm. You do that in hopes that you don't have to drop bombs. But having had already dropped bombs and then now doing that, fuck that shit, man.
They read step 2 instead of step 1 a little too quick.
But I do push back against this idea that Trump, they had no plan. You stupid motherfuckers. They consistently create and update plans constantly, no matter who the president is. So these generals and stuff, and they have these groups, they have different groups of people that's their job is if this happens with North Korea, there's plans that if North Korea did something, there are already plans that have been written that they would bring to the president and give him 3 or 4 different options. Now, they may never bring them to the president.
Yeah.
because
like a
it just
just in
doesn't
case
happen.
kinda
It's
thing.
just in case. But they're constantly updating and doing that. When Trump took care of ISIS and eliminated ISIS, that wasn't his plan. It was actually Obama's plan. But Trump just implemented it. I mean, well, the plan was made during the Obama
I was about to
administration.
say, because I remember that being
I mean, Trump
quite
took
a
credit
bit.
for it, but he should take credit for it because he's the one that implemented it, But it should also be acknowledged. I'm fair. It
Yeah.
should be acknowledged that that plan was developed under Obama,
Gotcha.
and that's
So, I
just
mean,
fair. That's but I'm
realistically,
just
it's the generals and all those that technically they're the
exactly
ones that need to be taken
yes,
credit for. It doesn't matter what president
yes.
was at the time. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's exactly it, man.
It does
And it's
make sense.
okay to acknowledge the fucking truth, It doesn't.
Not in this day and age, Troy. Come
No,
on now.
no, you're right. That's how it is, and it's. But I'm going to call it like it really is, and remind people because when you get these people that, especially on the left, and try to portray this as he had no clue or no idea, that's just not true. He was presented with ideas and multiple ideas. About avoiding war
Mhm.
and what could be done or implemented to avoid war. And then on the other hand, if we go
When-
to war,
yeah.
I mean, and multiple options on either side. That's why I said the other day, stop telling me shit because you're not telling me the whole thing anyways, because you can't. And so I don't want half of the shit. Just pick something and do it, but follow through. The threats, when you consistently threaten somebody, I mean, it's no different than trying to discipline a young child.
Okay.
I hate like it. I just totally hate it when you're around and see a parent, constantly tell a child, if
Like, be
you
quiet,
continue to
settle
do
down,
this,
and all that.
yeah, if you continue to do this, I'm going to do this. And they literally say it 10, 15 times. Okay, I don't believe you. The child sure the fuck doesn't believe you because 15 times you've said it and not done it. Now, it'll only take a few times. If you do it, say something the first time and then you follow through with it every time, the child's going to believe it.
They'll learn quick.
They'll learn quick. They will. But it's the parent that's being the fucking pussy about, because I get it. You don't always want to be the bad guy, but it's not your job to be your child's friend. It's your job to protect your child, to teach your child. But yeah, that's very much like that. So I got off my thing and just went into the whole Trump thing. I really wasn't trying to do that. All from the First Amendment, and I didn't even get the story. The sports columnist at the Seattle Times resigned because he had a column that he wrote that supported separation of females and males in sports.
Oh,
yeah. And they didn't publish it. And why not? Why not publish it? If you're truly the news, there are two sides. I've seen articles written on the other side. I've not seen very many in support, and if I have seen it, it's been more of an opinion of somebody else that's maybe not a regular columnist that they just wrote,
just to write, because it's like a popular topic and
right, and submitted it and whatever. But yeah, and these numbers that they keep coming up with about how few people there are that are trans and involved in sports, so they don't understand why we're against it when it's such a small number of people. It is a small number of people, but it's also the bigger issue of culture that we don't want to accept that
Because if you accept it now,
Yes.
you're gonna allow it to grow even further, and then it's gonna become an
Exactly.
even worse situation in the future.
Yes.
So it's better to snip it now
Yeah.
before it becomes a bigger issue.
And you guys are making it the issue by pushing and celebrating it, and that's just dumb on your part. We don't want to celebrate that. We're not against trans. We're not transphobic. We're not against trans athletes because we really don't care about trans men. I mean, if you're a trans man, if you're a trans man, you should be able to play in women's sports because you're biologically a woman. So nobody's going to compare about that.
But then, aren't you technically an enhanced woman at that point? Like because
still,
yeah, I mean, obviously, like
but they're
now,
still a
quote,
woman, so that's the line they should be in.
But
and the men, they're not going to make the team, dude.
No, for sure. I mean, you might run into one person in like a million years that ends up happening to do it, But
yes.
No, but don't like for like, especially again, I'm not too super knowledgeable on this, but like as a woman transitioning into a man, you are given a lot of supplements and like all these different things.
That should be considered too.
Wouldn't that alone already kind of again, I don't know.
It could.
But wouldn't that benefit
it would,
them against the other woman?
Sure it would.
But it wouldn't be
not to the extent as a man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. But it would, because they would increase their testosterone. And when it's a trans woman, they're trying to reduce their testosterone and stuff. And so it's just, does the organization have rules related to how long you've been in transition and, what you've been doing and what you've been taking? But like I said, we found out that 40% of trans women are not taking any estrogen. So they still have whatever normal, testosterone they have, which is going to be, even if they have low T. If I have low T, I'm still going to have higher testosterone than a woman.
Just genetically, just off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that I read labs. Okay. I know what testosterone levels are in a woman. I know what testosterone levels should be for a man. So yeah, we know that stuff, but it's just, if there are so few, why are we allowing this few to have such an impact on millions of girls? You're choosing less than 100 people over girls?
Probably less than that, honestly.
It could be. It's a low number. Yeah, I think it's dumb too. They think we're dumb. We should just let it go. We're not letting it go because, as you pointed out, it's also about the culture and it's about the future and accepting this, and that, we are not going to, I'm sorry, gender and biology are the same. They tell you it's different. Okay. It's just a feeling you have. And if you have that feeling, fine. I don't care. Express that feeling. We just say you shouldn't have a right to participate in certain level of sports. You're making a choice. I don't think that's, too demanding of us. And, there have been a few creeps. More than one. There was the guy, the dad, I think in Virginia.
Oh, that
where
killed the ex-wife and the husband or whatever.
No, it was his daughter was accosted by a trans girl, and in the locker rooms, and it was a big story, and it was creepy. And that kid went to a different school and did the same thing. So, but the person who was attacked was the dad because, he's on the wrong side of the issue. No, not really. He's not. He's not really on the wrong side of the issue. See, there you go. There, even that you're pulling up.
Yeah,
Engelbert
this
calls out.
was after the game you were referring to,
Yeah,
the Indiana Fever. But yeah, they're still on the same thing. They're saying that only women are allowed to play in the WNBA, but they're not being specific of what they consider to be a woman.
right. But as I said, this has been a league that's been around for 30 years. 20 years ago, this wasn't an issue. You knew what a woman was. It's only in the last 5,
3
6
to 5
years,
yeah, like COVID,
that
like
we've
after COVID-ish.
yeah,
Yeah,
that we've all of a sudden are confused about what a woman is, and that you've even have people at high levels that don't want to say the wrong
it
thing.
was the vaccines.
Even medical people, that don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And say,
and get
well,
in trouble for using a certain
with
type
the
of word.
yeah, with the LGBTQIA plus.
Over these years, I know we covered the topic a lot. Still don't know what the actual LGTB. There's
Well,
there's
one,
too
the
much.
Q, I don't understand what queer is. Queer,
It just means gay, does it not?
queer, yeah, it's what it used to be, just gay. But isn't that what the G is for? The G is for gay. What's it say?
So it says gay is specific sexual orientation describing attraction to the same gender, while queer is a broad umbrella term for anyone who is not cisgender or heterosexual, allowing the fluid or non-binary identities.
So this means that they go back and forth
Correct.
with their gender, and that sometimes they may feel like a woman and sometimes they may feel like a man. Right?
It seems so, yeah. Yeah, who feels standard.
Too rigid, yeah.
Too rigid.
They just wanted to see this is the shit we're not buying into. We're not buying into this. We're not going to let you take over and make us do this. And we're not trying to be mean about it. That's not a thing. I find that the liberals are absolutely horrendous looking at my social media and the number of things that are said about me are you can do that. You can call me gay, or you can use they're using slurs.
Yeah.
At me.
Mm-hmm.
And if we used it, it would be,
You're getting canceled.
we're getting canceled.
You're getting canceled.
But they're allowed to use those same words at us and put it down. Aren't you putting down those people? Those gay people? I don't even do that. But you're doing it? That just makes no sense whatsoever. That's why this all is a mess, because it doesn't make any sense at all. None. I don't know what else to say about it.
No,
But
that's definitely going to be like until the day that our government, which I don't even think should be the ones to do it, but until the government's like, all right, this is what we are going to classify this and under this, like.
Well, Trump has tried to do that a little bit.
Yeah, but like I said, I highly doubt something like that would ever come around, because it doesn't make sense that your government has to choose what the definition of something is. They
shouldn't have to. Like, again, we all knew from the founding of this country.
Yeah,
it's
no, but it sucks to say though, like, because I agree, it shouldn't be like that. But it sucks to say that that would probably be the closest to, quote unquote, all in the same page. Is it if the government were to be like, hey guys, all right, we're done with this. this is what a woman is, this is what a man is, this is what a transgender man, like whatever. I think until that day comes, we're gonna be stuck on this back and forth kind of who's a man, what is a woman, who is a woman, and all this and that. So it sucks to say out loud, but I honestly, from what I've seen in the past few years, that's what it seems like we're going towards.
You know what's also like funny about this
Mhm.
is when I meet somebody
Mhm.
who is in that community,
Okay.
and they don't know me, they're just meeting me for the first time. Okay.
Oh, they're stereotyping the fuck out of you.
No,
They don't.
no. If I don't have anything on,
Like no MAGA things.
no
Okay.
MAGA thing or anything, I'm just
Just
like
out and about.
just like this today, just out and about, because I'm polite, dude. You know, I'm polite. I open doors. I talk nicely to people. That's not.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. I don't like look
You're
to
not walking
treat
around like an
people
asshole.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at all. And I smile because I do know that from people telling me, I do look intimidating sometimes.
When you're not smiling, yeah.
Yeah, I look intimidating sometimes. So it relaxes people when they see me smile at them, and
100%.
just
Oh, yeah.
it just totally takes them out right then, and have conversations, and they would have no idea that my politics, because we didn't talk about politics, we talked about everything else, and yeah, if they were asked right after that, what do you think? Oh, I like Troy. He seems very nice. But put that MAGA hat on. And, dude, I don't have to say a motherfucking word. They make all these judgments immediately. And so that's why it fucked up some people for having met me multiple times
Mhm.
and had good interactions with me, and then to see it just totally confuses them.
Like, this is not the
The-
image
yeah.
I had, like the original
No,
image I had.
no. But I'm being the real, authentic me.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I'm not like, I just don't wear a MAGA hat every day. I wear one a lot, but I don't wear one every single day. I mean, my life doesn't revolve around this like it does theirs every single minute. It's bigger. My life is bigger than that. There are much other things, and
much more important things.
Yeah.
Much more.
yeah, always has been. I can get along with a pretty large group of people. So, but that just is just what it's like, and I don't know how far this is going to go, but this is where it is. And to accuse conservatives now because of Caitlin Clark of doing of using this as a political football. I've done the research, and the research tells me that you've been an activist league for quite a while. You've been an activist league, and it's more important to you to be an activist league than put a good product on the floor. That's secondary. The sport is actually secondary to being an activist and promoting certain, your agenda and certain things. And that's just the truth. And I don't know if, I'm wearing some new Nikes that I haven't worn. I bought them a couple months ago. I'm wearing some new Nikes today. And I didn't buy Nikes for quite a while. I like Michael Jordan, so I like the Air Jordan thing. That's really what got me buying, more of the Nikes and putting them in my collection. But yeah, I didn't like Nike's political activism. And if you, did you know that their stock has now hit a 12-year low?
Oh, wow.
12 years. And you remember that Dylan Mulvaney? trans
Oh, okay.
woman.
I was like, wait, what's going on?
I
Okay,
know
gotcha,
the
gotcha.
trans woman who did that thing on the internet, Instagram, whatever it was, related to Bud Light that everybody went off about, and Kid Rock,
Oh,
shot
yes,
up
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes,
Bud
yes,
Light.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
everybody was pissed at Budweiser for a minute, because of that. And it was just a little campaign. Do you know that Nike hired Dylan Mulvaney and did like some commercial using that person after the controversy with Bud Light?
Oh, really?
So you saw what happened to Budweiser, and they took it on the chin, and
They're
you
like-
decided
like,
to
"We could do
use that
better."
same person
We could do better.
after you saw what it did. You thought that was a good idea,
Oh man, that is funny. Actually.
isn't it?
They're like, we could definitely we could be much better than Budweiser.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And then they were the ones that supported Colin Kaepernick.
I actually still have his jersey.
Yeah.
I still have his jersey. I think that's probably my first 49er jersey I ever owned. Was a Kaepernick jersey.
His football playing, he was really good for a few years.
I just like the swag
And
his, like,
deserve-
like
yeah.
the way he walked around.
And he deserved that.
Mhm.
And it's like, I didn't need, he just was so over the top, and not just the kneeling, but then wearing socks that had like the cop, it was a pig head with a cop hat on him. He wore them to practice, you didn't know that? Yeah. You put Kaepernick in there, and cops are pigs socks, and there you go. And the real numbers, people are shocked about the real numbers. That somewhere it changes, could be 10, could be 15, could be 20. But of all the homicides every year,
Uh-huh.
and I'll ask you, how many homicides do you think involve a cop killing an unarmed black man? Just
Number or
Any type of-
percentage?
go with the number.
Number. Because I think I actually read something or heard something about this, and it was like, and are we talking about overall?
Overall for a
just
year.
in 1 year.
Anywhere, yeah.
In 1
And-
year, I believe it's like 1 or 2. It's like
It's not that low, but it's actually like 10, 15.
it's a lot
20.
lower than you would expect.
It's
Yeah.
like you're all mad about it and acting like cops are looking to actually go and
And
hunt
actually-
black people, and it's not true. That it's just in the real numbers, and they're not numbers anybody makes up. And it was put out by the Washington Post,
Mhm.
who is liberal, and just that's unarmed. It's just not happening. You're not at that risk,
No.
and they cops do kill unarmed white people too.
Oh yeah.
But still the numbers are not like these crazy numbers where
Yeah, no. Social media loves to implode things that they're
Yes.
very, very Because I
but
mean,
they want
that's what it
people to
is.
believe it's a few thousand every year, that it's an epidemic,
No,
and it's just not.
I think like overall, like in the history of the United States, I think if I remember correctly, it was like 2.5% of people, or something like that.
Even less.
It was probably a
so
little smaller than
yeah.
that, but yeah, because I do remember actually watching a video about something like that where they're like, when has a cop like statistically actually like
Yeah.
shot someone that was unarmed
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
The number one issue, if you really are concerned about the number of black people being killed with a gun, it's like,
it's gun violence in the cities, like the
Yes.
larger cities and stuff like that. Yeah.
and I believe it's like 70% of it
Mm-hmm.
is black on black.
I could probably believe that, especially in this generation. I mean, a lot of the younger kids, with social media and stuff like that, there's been an uprise on, like, especially on the east, a little bit less on the west side. But on the east side of the country, we for sure have had a lot of issues with younger kids and weapons and like
Absolutely.
stealing and stuff like that. So like, I'd be kind of inclined to believe that.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, even if that's not exact, it's close.
It's close. Yeah.
And why aren't the groups that like a Black Lives Matter concerned about that? Why aren't they addressing that in their own community? That's would seem like the best thing to do. That's where the highest risk is. I mean, think about what they have the black community doing now. They have the black community, I don't know, killing whatever the number is of babies, by abortion. And the person who, founded, what was her name? But she was like total racist for Planned Parenthood, the Planned Parenthood founder. It's undeniable that she was racist. And, the government made a change in, I think maybe it was late 60s, early 70s. They made a change where it made it more possible for women to leave their man, to leave their husband, to be more divorce, and they got these benefits. None of that was good. So in doing that, in separating
Margaret
black
Sanger?
fathers, Margaret Sanger. Yep. Yeah. Was Margaret Sanger a racist? Yes, she was. And so that's what they wanted. So you're killing black people before they even get out of the womb. And then on top of that, with the black on black violence, you're crushing your community, the black community. You are crushing your culture, your people.
Yeah, so I did look it up, and it's approximately 88 to 91% killed by black offenders, and then only about 8 to 9% is other races.
That's even scarier.
And it's about the same for white homicides. It's 80 to 84 by white people being offended by white people. But I mean, we're practically almost at 100%, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. But it's white people are killing white people, black people are killing black people, but they present it as we're killing each other, when that's not the predominant story. Because that's racist, and that's continued racism, and then that continues on this whole
like a snowball effect of
yes, but it continues the industry of profiting off of
money.
Off of racism. Yeah, it raises money. Yeah,
100%.
that's how they do
no,
that.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, I mean, it's not like people. I mean, obviously some people don't know, but it's marketing. It's all marketing. Get the good story out. Get the story that's gonna get people to tune in, watch the news and stuff like that. So
that's why from the time you've known me, why it bothers me so much that, from the way I grew up to now, we were doing so much better when I was growing up and treating people as people human, as they were, and basing it on their character and what kind of person they were, and not race. What MLK truly believed and wanted, he'd be appalled today. If you think MLK would the way some of these people are now would hang with these people who are supposedly representative of the black community, fuck, he would. That's not it. Isn't that crazy?
To actually think back. Yeah. Like, yeah.
I mean, if you're black and you believe in the MLK message, and why wouldn't you? I'm white and I believe in the message. If you believe in that message, what are you doing? Why are you allowing these other people to just, man, I am triggered. Okay, so I'm triggered. There's, you know how like Facebook now will put different people in your feed that aren't friends?
Like a suggestion kind of thing,
Kinda.
whatever it is. They're like, oh, we think you'd like this post or some bullshit. Yeah.
This one page I came across is the most racist black page I've ever seen.
Okay.
And the outrageous things that the dude says. It's like
One individual dude? Or?
One individual.
Okay.
I believe, that runs the page, and he's just, and it's constant. Like, can you imagine living constantly 24/7 thinking about race?
That'd be tiring.
Wouldn't it? I don't know. It's crazy.
To dedicate that much time just
Yeah.
to hate the world.
Well, how is it, like we said, how does that help you in any way?
I'm sure it doesn't.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No,
In fact, like sticking in that mentality is probably doing him or her a lot worse than not.
Yeah, we're not denying that there are still racists, that racist things still happen, but
The gravity of it, like to the extent that
it's not like that. And the people who are racist have less control of fucking with you other than words than what they did when racism was a real problem. When
beat
you
the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, and you couldn't be on a bus somewhere. You couldn't sit with, white people in the restaurant and doing that kind of racist bullshit. Okay, that was real. Somebody just running their mouth, who cares? It hurts your feelings? It's like, you got to just say, fuck them. It's no different than being criticized for something else. That's what I got to do, is like fuck them.
The funny thing, I actually just recently watched a video where they did a social experiment of do people believe that segregation would actually work in nowadays? Like if it was like a set kind of thing of we separate people, whether it be by race or gender, whatever it be, whatever. This was all hypothetical, but like whether we were to divide people the way it was back then, like would it actually be beneficial or worse for society? And a lot of these like specialists actually just like came to the conclusion that, weirdly enough, segregation actually works very well in specific areas, which I found to be really kind of interesting, because I was like, definitely not something you'd want in this day and age. It's not something that you would expect to be like a feasible kind of answer.
Think about it.
But it weirdly enough, when it comes to like human science and behavior and stuff like that, they were saying that is actually, it would actually be a little bit more better than the common person would think it would be.
Yeah. Well, think about this now. Now you have universities that have black dorms. Oh, yeah.
Like black only dorms? Really?
And that was promoted by black people to separate. And we can come back. Can we take a quick break?
Yeah, 100% we can.
All right. Play some music. We're going to take a quick break and be right back, guys. And we're back. I'm old, and I do not have the bladder control of Joe Rogan, who I envy. How long he can sit and not piss.
You
It's
think he
just
takes supplements
amazing.
for something like that? Is that something that's possible?
You could, maybe.
Or is it just like
yeah.
a biological thing? Like the way you're kind
No.
of like built?
That's definitely when you're talking about your prostate and stuff. Yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha.
there's stuff you could take. Yeah, some supplements. I drink a lot,
No, trust me. I get you. I'm on the same page as you,
a
brother.
lot, constantly throughout the. I always have something with me.
I've always been a big liquid person. I think liquids are always like, whether
Yeah.
it's water or an energy drink or coffee or juice
Yeah.
or anything like that.
You'll probably almost never see me without a liquid in my vehicle.
Yeah,
when I'm
especially
going
here in
somewhere.
Arizona. Fuck.
That and you're, driving a half hour. Sure, yeah. So, what we finished up with a little bit of racism, and I don't know. I guess I'm just. I just want things to be better. I'm just disappointed. And you just get people stirring the pot. And on both sides, we need to stand up and say that's not acceptable anymore. That's not acceptable. I have no issue. Like, I am super happy that Byron Donalds is won the primary and is potentially going to be the next governor in Florida.
In Florida.
And he's black. And he's a good conservative.
Okay.
And if I had a chance to vote for him, I absolutely would. I'm not, just like I don't vote for someone like if I had lived in Florida, I would have voted for DeSantis. But I'm not voting for DeSantis because he's white, just like I wouldn't be voting for Byron Donald because he's black. It's just his policies align with mine.
Yeah.
His frame of thinking about family and things like that are in line with mine.
Oh, it should
So
be.
yeah,
On the policies.
and I would vote for him. The reason I didn't vote for Obama and is not because of the color of his skin, but that's what we're accused of. Obama and Kamala Harris, if you did not vote for them, you are automatically a racist or a misogynist, or that's the reason you didn't vote for him. And it's just not true. It really is the policies and what somebody believes, or at least tells you they believe, because they all.
That's a pretty important difference right there.
Yeah. You don't. We're guessing. We try to make an educated guess, but we are guessing, and it's been shown that sometimes they do some of what they say, and sometimes they do none, or but let's touch on the healthcare for a minute before we go to this. Articles lately about healthcare getting more expensive. And here's the thing, folks. We talked about this when Obamacare was debated. Obamacare did absolutely zero to lower costs, and it did zero to lower costs of medicines. What it did was give more money away and insure more people so that the hospitals would get more money. Because here's what used to happen. If you didn't have insurance and you were poor and you went to the emergency room, they took care of you.
And then build your house.
And they did. And if you couldn't pay it, do you know what they had to do then? Write it off.
Like as a tax?
Write it off as a loss. Yeah, the hospital.
The hospital?
Yes.
Really?
Dude, when I didn't have insurance and was broke and just getting my shit back together, I had some things done and
that wouldn't go.
$7,000 bills, and I didn't pay it. They wrote it off. Or you could write them too and just talk about your situation, and they would do that. They do that at the end of every year. They write off so much.
Do they still do that?
Not to the extent as before, because now you got the government taking money and giving it to people to have insurance. So now they're getting that insurance money instead of having to write some of that off. We're just funneling money to hospitals and insurance companies.
Interesting. I honestly,
Yeah.
I did not know that at all.
Yeah, no, I did it.
Known as uncompensated care.
Yeah.
Interesting. Or charity care. Wow.
Yeah.
They still take financial hit when treating uninsured patients. Okay.
But a lot more people have been insured. So, again, they've been more profitable, right? And ever since Obamacare, you and I ran the numbers just during COVID for 4 years, from the beginning of COVID until pretty much the end of COVID, that these stocks of these companies have gone up over 500%. Okay, your stock doesn't go up over 500% unless you're making a shit ton of money. And that's what we're doing. That's what Obamacare did, is sent a lot of money to insurance companies and hospitals. It did not make healthcare more affordable. And there's only one thing good that Obamacare did that everybody talks about, but it wasn't. We should have just done that anyways, okay, without the rest of Obamacare. And that is that you can't deny insurance to somebody. Like if you have a pre-existing condition.
Yeah, I always found that really stupid, that they would be like, oh, sorry, we're not going to help you because, like, what?
Dude, we should have taken care of that, because not taking care of that created this other mess, because that's how they're selling it. So think about this right now. So the Democratic Socialists of America are not selling people socialism based on what socialism really is, which is taking over the means of production. And that's not going to fly with people. It's not going to fly with people if you tell them that you're going to, over time, get rid of police, get rid of prisons. Okay, that's not going to work or sell people, right? Yeah. But you know what will sell people and why they will vote for those people? Because those people aren't going to talk about those issues. Even though they want that, they're not going to focus on that. So the people running what they're promising is Medicaid or Medicare for all, universal health insurance. So that's how they're going to get in office.
Yeah, they're selling what's going to get them into office. Gotcha.
Right. They're selling that, which is going to get them into office. And then they're going to do these other things too. But the one people are going to focus on is going to be the universal health care. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So, I almost feel like, I don't know, that we should give in. If we're not going to, I don't understand why Republicans this whole time have been against Obamacare and had such difficulty presenting an alternative. And when we have had control of and we did for 2 years under President Trump's first term too, where Trump tried to help them. He said, you guys keep saying all the time about getting rid of Obamacare, and Trump set it up so that they could, and they all backed down. So why do you keep talking about it? That you keep talking about Obamacare, but you don't present an alternative. And when you're given an opportunity to present your own plan to replace it, like you don't even do anything about it. Yeah. So I was just wondering, like, as much as I dislike it, because that's going to win. Universal health care is going to win. So do you fight that as a Republican now? Or do you just say, you know what? We're in. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it right now.
You know, the way that I've always kind of seen things is and what you can apply this to pretty much any kind of thing is I feel like I think it's important sometimes to fail, right? Like we as a country, we as people, just in general, we learn by failure, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to kind of like go full force into it, assuming it's going to fail. But I think sometimes that is kind of, and I think people need to start kind of allowing stuff like that, where we are giving things a trial, right? Like, okay, we'll do it. We'll give in. We'll do it your way. We'll see how it works, whether it sucks or not for you for the X amount of years that it kind of affects you. Let it happen. See how it works. People will then realize how shit it was, and then we can go back to, or at least try a different alternative.
Yeah.
It sucks to say it that way, but I think it is, in my opinion, probably the best, especially with so many people, is we're saying, hey, this is how we're going to do it, and we're going to run this experiment for X amount of months, years, whatever. And then whether it works, we adjust from there, and if it doesn't work, we adjust from there.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
I get that's not an unusual take,
especially in those situations, right? Where it's like one of those things where it's not gonna like. I mean, I don't know. Universal healthcare is actually quite a bit of a change to how things work. So that was a little rough to kind of give full force into, but yeah, I think it's important to fail.
Yeah, well, and I think that the average person would get shittier health care.
Oh yeah,
it would just be paid for, but it would be delayed. Like you have these things in Canada and stuff. But the wealthy, they still, no matter what, and even if the cost is doubled, are going to have the money to do whatever.
Oh yeah,
whatever they want. Just so it's not gonna affect the wealthy people.
No,
just everybody else. And that's what they seem to want, and let them have it and fail. But that's why I'm saying why Republicans should just give in instead of losing seats and losing power, because the other things that the Democrats, Socialists of America want are fucking crazy. You even got quite a few, I wouldn't say traditional Democrats, but ones that aren't as crazy. The few that are left are like, yeah, this is no good. We're a big tent party, but we can't accept these ideas of no police.
It's so stupid.
We
would go into so much chaos if there's no police going around. Like, yeah. No, that universal health, it sounds nice.
Doesn't it?
It sounds nice. It sounds amazing. I think America's way too big to, unfortunately, be able to not only get something into effect, but that transition period, which would take years. It wouldn't take a few months for transition. It would take a few years, not only for like the rules to change, but then the people to adjust to it.
Yeah.
All the different employers having to change all the different things. People would probably get laid off, wouldn't they? Because of it.
I don't know.
I'm actually interested now. I might look into like the hypotheticals of what exactly would happen to like society and all the different types of jobs if the U.S. for some reason were to change over to universal healthcare. Like, what would that look like?
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of interested now.
Yeah. And what would be interesting is if, like what you said, I believe it was on the last show, if we got debates like that.
Oh,
like
where we're actually able to sit down with
talking
Candace.
about,
yes,
the Candace thing, a debate between politicians sitting down, not at a podium like the traditional pre-election debates, but more casual setting, like you said, with fact checkers and doing it just like that and having a real conversation about.
And it better be live
things.
too. We don't want no pre-recorded bullshit.
Live is good.
Live. No, but yeah, I know. I 100% agree.
Yeah. All I know is that at least at this point,
Mm-hmm.
Obamacare has not worked the way they said it was going to. And that needs to be pointed out by Republicans too, that there has been no cost savings.
Mm-hmm.
And I just believe we have to do something about the debt and spending. And here we're talking about spending a lot more. So where's that coming from? Is it just coming from, 250 billionaires like they have in California that they want to take 5% of their wealth? It's
Just cause or what?
Yeah. 5%. And what's, it's just a crazy idea what they're talking about doing. But
what are they going to be using the funds for? Or just they're going into like the debt? Or
to spend more to healthcare and schools and
donate it to
all
else.
things that they suck at now.
Yeah.
And spending, too much, or the money they are spending, they're not getting results for. So why would giving them more money get better results? Because when we give them more money, it just never seems to work. That's efficiency is the answer, or, cutting back, making people figure it out, man. But what chart do you have?
This is because I just asked it, like, hypothetically, what would the United States have to go through if they decided to give universal health care to all Americans? Based on recent economic models, including the comprehensive 2022 report from the Congressional Budget Office, or CBO, which is what the U.S. would likely experience during and after such a transition. So currently, the U.S. spends significantly more on capita on healthcare than any other developed nation under the universal model. It might drop, but the way it's paid, it would change entirely. Employer sponsorship, health premiums, individual deductibles, and copays would largely disappear. Private costs would replace public taxes, most likely a mix of payroll taxes, income taxes, and wealth taxes.
There's your 5% is in the wealth tax.
And then for average American household, studies indicate that this would be a net financial gain. The new taxes they would pay are projected to be lower than their current combined spending on premiums, deductibles, and out-of-pocket expenses. So it would be technically cheaper.
Who put this together?
This is AI, Gemini.
Yeah, but whose numbers did they use? What?
So the
CBO?
The CBO, yeah. Looks like pretty much everything here is off of CBO. So it would cause a massive ripple effect across the border economy, bigger paychecks. Employers currently spend massive on health benefits. CBO projects that without this burden, employers would pass those savings back to employees. I doubt that, in the form of higher taxable wages. Do you really think companies would do that? Give more money to their employees? They get a good chunk of
I see what
some
you're saying.
cash break, and they're gonna give it to the employees. I don't know about that. Millions of Americans currently stay in jobs they dislike or delay starting small businesses simply because they need health insurance. I didn't even think about that, actually.
That is true.
I didn't think about that. How much more would people be for themselves if there was universal health care instead of having to work in these more important jobs, quote unquote, just to have health care? I didn't think about that. Longer lifespans directly correlates to more productive national workforce. Yeah.
Why are we're going to live longer because of universal health care?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I feel like the AI is a little optimistic.
Yeah. I think we're going to live longer when we unfat people.
And that's for sure. And that is 100% for sure. Although the whole weight loss peptides and stuff like that in the past few years have actually helped the U.S.'s numbers in obesity in the past bit.
Amazing, huh? Shit actually works. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired of fighting about it.
Yeah.
And that's the issue they're going to use. So let's take the issue away from them. Let's agree.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. If that's what people want, that's what the country. But if a majority of the people want universal health care, I'm over it. I've been talking about this shit for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Going back to my radio show in the 2000s, so I'm over it. Let's do it. Universal health care.
I don't know. Hey, I'm on the same boat as you. I mean, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it, and we'll figure it out.
And the things that I do and stuff, it's not covered by health insurance anyways.
Yeah.
My Botox ain't covered by health insurance. I pay a doctor $90 a month to be able to call whenever, message whenever. Don't have to go in every time to get a script for something. I would still continue to do that. They couldn't stop private or where maybe a doctor, would have to decide, is he going to be private or is he going to accept insurance? And he could say, I'm not going to accept insurance. If you want my care, you got to pay me out of pocket.
Yeah, honestly, that probably be
people will do
benefit.
that.
Yeah, that honestly in that situation, that'd probably be more beneficial for people because then you're going to
wealthier people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying that's
right,
what the wealthy people are going to do. That's what they do now.
Yeah,
That's
instead
not
of
gonna
like personal
change.
chefs, you would have personal doctors. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Damn. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know. I am a pessimistic, so I always do end up looking at the negatives a little bit more, just because they feel a little more
the thing
realistic
is,
to me.
Socialism hasn't worked anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if universal health care has really worked anywhere, because the things I hear about in the UK is that universal health care is breaking the UK as far as cost. The government, because costs still do go up. And then the costs go up. It's just you're not paying it through premiums anymore, but all of those countries pay more in taxes.
Yeah.
And they say, and these people that are for it say, I would rather pay higher taxes than, have private insurance or insurance through my employer. I would rather pay the higher taxes. But then all of them, telling me, I've talked to these guys in Facebook groups, and they tell me in the UK that it takes 8 months to see a doctor to potentially get TRT. And then they're turned down a lot of the times, mostly. Is that going to become a thing here? More doctors will turn them down. If that doesn't help, then you're still paying out of pocket, to talk to somebody like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. And like the biggest thing that I've seen at least is the wait time.
Yeah, the wait time.
The wait times are just ridiculous in a lot of those scenarios.
Look, we just did that short little blip on Canada, that couple
Yes.
that's anti-U.S., but because of the health issue that the wife has, they don't feel like they can wait 7 months, because taking that long to get this treated might shorten her life.
Mm-hmm.
So is it okay, even though they've been boycotting the USA, can they come and, wanted people's opinions about them coming to the U.S. to get the health care and not being hypocrites? Well, you are a hypocrite, but come get it done. If this is the place to get it done. But once we have the same thing as Canada, then where do you go?
Going over to Europe somewhere. No, but I did just
Mexico.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Mexico.
Even more people will go to Mexico.
A lot more people actually go to Mexico. Now I'm thinking about it, because I'm reading that a lot of European countries tend to have free healthcare. So
Yes.
that's
And how's that going? What is the weight of universal health care on government spending? Now, I agree with that the amount of money we spend, because we spend the most and we don't get the best results, okay, that needs to change. I'm not saying health care and health insurance doesn't need to change. I believe it does. I just don't believe universal health care is the answer. But for right now, if that's what we have to do to prevent our country going, taking a dive into socialism, I don't want to. I think socialism's more dangerous than universal health care.
Yeah. I could definitely, I could see that argument for sure.
Yeah. All right. Good news. The USS Lincoln is being relieved, and those guys are coming home. I've been told that this story is not true from a number of people that were military, that some who even have, children that are serving now. My whole point was something was happening and it needed to be looked into. And I know a little bit too about, with my previous experience with stepsons who went into the military and what they went through during boot camp. And boot camp should be hard. But then serving, and then how they get paid, and then how they're treated with the mess hall that they pay for, and then the mess hall not being open and having to send them, food, extra, protein so I just don't feel like we should do that. Or, why should we have to pay for, some Kevlar outfit or something, It's like,
isn't that something they should be providing them?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Seems like an essential kind of thing for military personnel.
Yeah,
But,
this has been going on a long time, and the focus is usually our veterans and how our veterans have to fight, to get health care, that the VA has not always been, it's been improved a little bit during the times that Trump's been in office, but there's still a lot of bad stories with that, when as Americans we just want these guys taken care of. That's what we want out of anybody. We got millions and billions of dollars we're sending around the world. Well, we can send a little bit less and take care of our guys, and that should be both veterans and those currently serving. That's my whole point. And I care about the service members that are there and waiting to fight whatever battle the president tells them to do. That's the job. That is the job. Well, I am happy that they've been there a long time, and so bring them home. Send some fresh guys in there. That shouldn't be a bad idea.
They're over there almost a year now.
Yeah.
I think I read like 270 something days.
Well, one of my clients told me his son has been on a
submarine.
Yeah, that basically hasn't surfaced in 250 some days.
I could not do that.
That
would be so demoralizing. I'll be honest with you. Stuck in such a tight space, underwater. Oh hell no! No, I respect to them because I could not. That would be rough.
For 8-9 months?
That would be fucking rough. Because there's one thing being on a boat and like you being able to go out, get some fresh air, stretch your legs a little bit. Like inside of a submarine, like I've seen quite a few videos of American submarines and they're not spacious.
No,
not at all. So
I've been on a sub when I was in Hawaii the last time.
Oh, the Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm. They had a sub there at the time. Yeah, that you could tour.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty sick.
It was cool. Yeah, it's cool shit.
Yeah, but I can't. 8 months? 8 to hell no.
No.
Bro, send me to the front lines. I am not doing that. I'm sorry. I cannot. That is no.
I get it, man. And that's why what they do is, so special and why we should take care of them. That's what I think. So good for that. Let's just finish with the Raiders.
Yeah. Fuck the Raiders.
This is just crazy to me. I mean, this is a brand new fucking stadium. I got to see it when it was halfway being built. And so 2 years away from hosting Super Bowl 63, the Raiders are seeking financial assistance to make upgrades to Allegiant Stadium. The Stadium Authority is meeting on Thursday to vote on the Raiders' request for $75 million to help fund a $158 million project that would create a new front door to the stadium's north entrance, according to a release. The front door upgrades would include a pedestrian deck, a public plaza, event deck, and transportation improvements. The $75 million would come from an existing taxpayer fund allocated specifically for Allegiant Stadium related to improvements. The remaining $83 million would come from private funding.
So you're telling me they already have a fund that is taken from taxpayers that goes into this? Is that what I just?
Yeah,
really?
That's what it says.
What? And they're asking for more? What the fuck?
See, now this is when you find me on a different side because I how do I want to say it? Do I support billionaires? What I support is my whole philosophy is this simply. You are not entitled to somebody else's labor.
Yeah.
Period. So you just don't get, this guy produces more than you. You both have an acre and you grow corn, and he gets more, your neighbor gets more bushels per acre than you do. Tough shit on you. You don't get to take part of his because he did better.
Yeah.
That's not how this shit works. So that's my support of people who are extremely wealthy, that you're not entitled to somebody else's labor. But I'm also against, I'm not a corporate welfare dude. And this is like corporate welfare. And again, these people are billionaires. It's not, these teams are not like put together like they were years ago. Okay. Where you would have an owner and maybe a couple of minority owners. The people who are groups are buying these teams, groups of investors. So that's where you get an athlete, him putting in $100 million and getting his percentage share of it. And, but these big investment groups, almost like hedge funds, that are putting these monies together and buying teams. And the number of teams that you see that are run by a family like the Pittsburgh Steelers is going away.
Is that going to benefit sports or no?
There's a debate about that. We'll see.
Because realistically, if it was just a committee that owned all teams, would that benefit or worsen sports, do you think?
Oh, you couldn't have somebody own all teams.
Well, that's not like a one individual, but a business, right? Like let's say like an entity like the NFL owns all the teams.
No, you couldn't do that.
You don't think so?
No. Favoritism, how do you decide that? Like, it's all about individual ideas and how you run your team.
Yeah.
Money that you have and you're willing to spend.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that'd be way too complex.
What I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be, trying to make it like NASCAR where every car is the same, so it's more competitive. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but,
you're right.
But it is that, groups of people are buying these teams. And there might be a lead billionaire, but, he's owns 30% of the team. and minority owners own 70% or whatever it is, you
Mhm.
know, like that. That's what we're seeing now. But I don't believe in. I believe they should come up with their own 158 million. All those throw their portion in.
Especially if they're already making that much money. Like, come on.
Dude, they're already that's what I'm against. Okay, I'm not against billionaires, but I'm against subsidizing billionaires like this. Why? Why should we do that? We shouldn't. And but we do. And it's every team all around the country. But I just think it's absurd to be making these kinds of changes to a stadium that was just completed.
I think that's the worst part.
That's what
Is
what bothers me the
just
most.
finished it, and then they're like, we can squeeze a little bit more money out of this.
Yeah. You know, like the Browns, you know, the stadium's been around 26 years. It still feels new to me.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, really, you got to replace it already? 26 years? That's it? Come on, man. But I get it. But then I like real football. I like that Pittsburgh plays outside and they don't have a dome.
Yeah,
You know,
that was the big thing Mike was saying.
Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota used to be outside. You know,
that must have been awful. Because doesn't Minnesota get even worse than like
it's
like Denver
pretty-
and stuff like that?
Yeah. They get hammered.
No, but that is something that Mike was pretty adamant about. Is that he likes that aspect of football.
Yeah.
It is the like
And
the
it's
home,
like we're almost eliminating that.
yeah, you're evening out the playing field almost in a way.
And all for one thing,
More seats, more money.
to be able to host a Super Bowl.
Is
in
that
the North.
is that the main thing?
That is a big thing.
Is
Huge.
like if you don't have
They're
able
even
to, like-
talking about Cleveland. You know, now we'll be able to host a Super Bowl. Who wants to fucking tromp around in a street that's soaking wet, that has piles of snow on every corner, and you still are going to be outside. You're going to be outside. And it's going to be motherfucking cold in Cleveland when you're next to the fucking lake.
Yeah, because
Like,
it's
the
in
lake
February,
effect.
right? Super Bowl's
Yes!
in February. Yeah, like
February
fucking
in
winter.
Cleveland on the lake.
Oh hell no!
And people will come to, and I've done it, you know, go to a playoff game there. But
A majority of people are
but
not, yeah.
would I want to pay the kind of money that you have to pay to attend a Super Bowl?
Yeah, no, fuck that.
No, and what else is there to do
Just
there?
go suffer a little bit.
I mean, Miami is Miami.
Oh, yeah,
They got
much.
shit going on. Even Atlanta. Atlanta's got, you know, Buckhead and some great places to go.
Mhm.
Louisiana, you know, New Orleans. You got a bunch of
That
shit
is
there
somewhere I
that
need to
you
go
can do.
visit.
That would be cool, right? Vegas for sure. LA.
Where it's not constantly snowing.
But
in
you want
February.
me to go to Cleveland? Where the fuck am I going to eat?
That is-
Morton's?
Yeah,
They got a Morton's
I don't
there,
even know what
dude.
that is.
Well, I tell you what, we went to the Morton's here in Scottsdale. I
Uh-huh.
think I told you, and it was horrible. And it used to be a top steakhouse in the country.
Oh, steakhouse. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And it's like, are you kidding me? Fuck that, man. You guys ain't got shit to do. It's not like you gambling or anything or whatever.
Is there gambling? Is it allowed? Is it legal in Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland has some small ones too, like Toledo. We have one casino in Toledo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a handful of them.
Yeah. They're just not.
They're not all on the borders of Ohio. That's crazy though.
Yeah,
Like on the outskirts of it.
That's so you get people from the other state
Other states coming in.
take their money.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's not dumb. So, yeah, I'm not for this. I just think that's crazy that they need to make this kind of change already. And we just talk about these numbers like they're fucking nothing.
I mean,
158 million.
it's all made up anyways. Let's all be real. Like, they're just numbers they throw up on there.
Yeah. And it'll probably be 250 million when it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know it's not going to be what they say it is.
They're just throwing up numbers to throw up a number first.
For sure.
Then a few months from now, we'll be like, oh, the actual numbers were.
All right. I think that's good for a Friday.
Yeah.
We did good. And it was great just, I like Mikey G, but it was great just you and I talking, man. I like that.
Man. Always reminds me of the good old days.
Yes. I appreciate that very much. And everybody have a great weekend. Okay. We'll be talking about the wedding a little bit more next week, because prepare for that. And yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm all ready. All ready to get married again. Crazy. I just don't give up. All right. This is the Outlaw Apostle Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Neff. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting.